Hello there, it's David here from Dingle Lane. You know, one of the things I really like about the work that I do, apart from the numbers, of course, which are fantastic and I love them, but I would say that I'm an accountant. Numbers are great. Is the way in which I get to meet and talk to a whole raft of people across the various business sectors of the clients that I serve, so that I get to find out about the ways in which technology is moving, the ways in which various problems and bottlenecks that one company is finding might well find themselves a solution somewhere else from a different industry or a different company, and being able to sort of get people talking to each other to help streamline and improve the entire business process across the board. And in particular, one of the things that I've really enjoyed over the course of the last couple of months is talking to some of the technology service providers. As you'll know from the various videos I've done, I am a massive technology fan. Technology drivers are a major part of how the cost structure of the haulage industry and the logistics industry is changing. It's a major part of the future trajectory of how business is going to be run and how business is going to be delivered. It's a major part of in enabling a better customer experience, so on and so forth. And some of the technology out there now is really getting quite interesting. I think there are some real game-changing pieces of kit that are going to hit the markets very, very soon. And it means that those companies that aren't embracing technology, aren't looking at the ways in which they deliver their service, they're going to really suffer and find life increasingly difficult. Not only from the simple provision of a service, and you might think, well, what I do is I get a truck from, where does technology come in, or whatever. But it's about how you do things as well. I mean, for instance, you're a freight forwarder. Building quotes takes a huge amount of time and effort. They're incredibly complicated. What if you can reduce the time it takes to build a quote to the length of time it takes you to have a quick conversation with the client to pick up their specification and their requirements, and you can then give them a quote with a whole raft of options, almost as quick as that. That technological solution is shortly to be available, and I think it's going to massively change freight forwarding. You're either going to be able to do the same amount of work for far less effort, or you're going, which of course is infinitely more profitable, or you're going to be able to significantly increase the amount of work that you do with the same resource that you've got and grow and become a much bigger player within the context of the market. What if you're looking to increase the volume and efficiency of last mile deliveries? If you're a courier, the solutions are there that can add quite a significant amount of margin to what you do with the same resource costing the same amount of money, but you're able to make more deliveries, make more money. Cracking. How about looking at how you manage the fixed cost base of running the warehouse that you use as your distribution base? If you can bring that down, that's a major cost, major part of your infrastructure that, of course, isn't directly linked to the delivery of a service. You want to keep your fixed costs as low as possible because, of course, it's your variable costs that are directly linked to serving the customer. Your fixed costs kind of just have you operating. If you bring them down, brilliant. How about improving the speed of information flows inside the company so that you can become much more flexible and identify market opportunities so much faster? The technology available to improve vehicle security and the tracking of your assets within the business is improving, coming down in cost so that you can do that much faster. Managing your pallet costs for some is a huge element. Making sure that you know what you've got, where you've got it, keeping track of it, getting rid of wastage or reducing it down, certainly. Getting rid of it, that's kind of big ask, but certainly keeping control of it. Developing better links with your overseas partners and so on and so forth. Making those kinds of linkages are the kinds of things that I'm increasingly getting involved in. Not just in terms of looking at the finances. And it's transforming the ability of businesses to move forward and to create new market opportunities much more flexibly, much quicker, and to be able to do so at far lower cost. The cost of being able to enter a new market then comes down quite significantly. And so one of the things that I want you to potentially look at when talking with your accountant and your other business advisors is not just look at what service are they providing now for their accounting or their financial expertise, but also have a look or have a chat to them about the people that they know, the businesses that they're involved in, the connections they can bring to you as a potential business partner to really help drive your business forward and make it much more cost effective and make it much more flexible and dynamic and able to grow and to respond to the challenges that are going to be coming up over the course of the next 12 to 36 months, which I think are going to be absolutely critical in the haulage sector. And in the logistics sector, I think you're going to see some fairly major changes in terms of who's in the business, how the business is done, and so on and so forth. And technology is going to be a major driver for those who want to succeed and make things go forward. Those are some of my thoughts. If any of that sounds interesting to you, feel free, of course, to have a chat. I'd love to talk with you about some of the people I've been talking to and share their contacts with you. I mean, that's what they're there for. They're to help make us make money and do what we do so much better. That's all for me for now. Take care. Have a great day. This is Dave Nichol from Dingle Lane. Nanu nanu.